Hey lovelies, let's be honest, if your full glam ever look heavy or cakey, you are not the problem. You are just probably missing this one step. In today's video, I will show you how to get a flawless smooth glam from start to finish. Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mamus Ate, a makeup artist and a YouTuber based in Warri, Delta State, Nigeria. Today's video is going to be a very detailed, very beginner friendly full glam tutorial, okay, where I literally explain everything I am doing and why I'm doing it. But first off, say hi to my beautiful client, #1 hair vendor, hair seller in Warri, Delta State, TK Heiress Gallery. So guys, let's get in. First thing you want to do is to make sure you're working on a clean canvas, meaning you need to wash your client's face or you cleanse with a micellar cleansing water and a cotton pad, which was what I did. The first step to looking flawless is working on a clean skin. We are starting with skin prep because honestly this is where most people get it wrong. If your base isn't sitting right, it is usually not your foundation, it is what you have underneath. So I'm going in with this moisturizer from Blossom. Blossom is a Nigerian brand, okay? So I'm really taking my time to press this into the skin. I'm not just rubbing it. If you want your skin to feel hydrated but not greasy, one pro tip for you is when you are done using a brush, feel free to use your hands to warm it, rub it gently into the skin so it absorbs the products. Next is me going in with the Maron Pearl Plus Prime Sweat Block, okay? I like to apply this product using a cotton pad. I just, dab that gently on the skin. Next off is me applying my primer. For primer, you need to understand your skin type first. Now I'm applying primer. I'm focusing on areas that usually get oily, and these are also areas where makeup tend to separate and to break. So I apply on the T-zone, on the forehead, especially around the nose, the T-zone. This is what helps your makeup to last and look smooth. And then another pro tip here is I went in with my Huda Beauty setting powder. Translucent powder helps you to absorb oil, okay? And I did all of this because it's going to be a very long day for my clients, okay? So this helps to really preserve your makeup. Next off is me color correcting. For dark skin, I'm using the orange shade from MAC Cosmetics. MAC Cosmetics, they have one of the best color corrector palettes I've ever used. Straight into the foundation. Check out this flawlessness. Oh my goodness, don't you love what you're saying? And then I'm blending this foundation using the Real Technique foundation brush. I'm a fan of applying foundation using brush first before using beauty blender. The two foundation I mix is the Huda Beauty Blur foundation and the Fenty Beauty foundation. These two foundation, oh my goodness, fantastic combination. And yes, now for foundation, this is where techniques matters more than the products. As you can see, I'm applying this in thin layers, so please don't go in with too much at once. That's how it gets cakey look and patchy. So I start with the center of the face and then blend outward, okay? As you can see, I am pressing the product into our skin instead of dragging it. This helps it melt into the skin and look natural. If you need more coverage, you can actually add more foundation. You can build gradually. You don't need to overload your brushes or your sponges with foundation. So when I'm done using a brush, I usually go in with my beauty blender to just dab that into the skin and make sure your beauty blender is damp, not dry and not over wet, okay? So lovelies, for a full makeup glam you will need a concealer to either brighten or uplift the eyes. So for concealer, I am focusing on brightening, not covering my entire under eye. Okay, I'll say that again. For concealer, I am choosing to brighten under the eyes and not to cover the entire under eye. Okay, and I'm applying it in strategic areas. As you can see, I'm applying on the chin, just below the eyes, and the inner corner, the outer corner, a little on the center. This helps to lift the face instead of making it look flat. Okay, now I am blending immediately so it does not crease. These are some of the professional tips you need for a full glam makeup tutorial. Okay, if you can master these tips and techniques, trust me. So it's time for contour, and for contour I used a dark foundation, applied on the nose, applied on areas that I need to contour, and then I went back into my beauty blender to just blend every ash line and blend the concealer gently. Okay, like I said, when using the beauty blender, you don't have to rub off. All you need to do is you tap, you place, and you dab. One of the key to a full flawless glam is blending. You need to work on your blending game. Keep blending. You see how I keep going in and out just to make sure that it is properly blended. And the excesses remaining on the concealer brush, I just applied under the zygomatic bone. So this helps the cheek. It helps the contour to be properly defined. You can see she was just with her friend. As soon as she smiled, you can see the upliftments. Hi, man. Next thing is my blush. When it comes to full glam, blush is one of my favorite parts in the makeup process because it brings everything together. And today I am mixing two shades, a pink and orange. Trust me, orange shade is always best for dark skin. Okay, I'm adding blush to give that fresh, and this blush is from Fenty Beauty. Both colors are from Fenty Beauty. Okay, I love the healthy look it gives. You don't have to be afraid of blush. Okay, it makes a huge difference. It brings warmth to your face. All you need to do is to master where to place it. Okay, placement is very important. Is it the highest part of your cheek? Is it your upper cheek or your middle cheekbone? You need to know where to place your blush. And as you can see, I'm using my Nigerian GLAM beauty blender to dab, to blend the blush, and the excesses remaining on the beauty blender I just swiped on the forehead. Okay, just blend, blend, blend. See how this blush just fades into our skin. Not too loud, not too dramatic, just brings color to your skin. And I love it. Check out the placement of this blush. You are now appreciating the contour, the highlights, and every other thing. Okay, trust me, blush in 2026 is a very important makeup product to apply. Check out this gorgeousness, flawlessness. Hi, full glam. Once again, to avoid creasing in full glam makeup, you need to keep blending. As you can see, even after the blush, I went back to blend everything together. Blending is key. Next off is my setting powder. When it comes to setting powder, this is a very important step. Okay, it's important that you set the face, and I'm using the Huda Beauty setting powder. Now we are setting everything, and this step is key. If you want that flawless finish, you need to set the entire makeup. I'm using a setting powder and I'm pressing it into the skin gently, not sweeping and not stressing my client. Okay, I'm pressing helps to blow and smooth everything out. Okay, and you need to focus on areas that crease or get oily first. If you have ever felt like your makeup looks dry or heavy, you might be using too much powder. Less is more when it comes to flawless glam. For every time you are done applying a liquid blush, you will need to also apply a powder blush, and I'm using this blush from the GLAM Cosmetics. Okay, the same shades that I used to apply the liquid blush is what I'm also using for the powder blush, which is a light pink and a light orange. Next, Done with the blush application, I went in with my Charlotte Tilbury powder, finishing blurring powder in tan, okay, in shade tan. I applied that on the entire area of the face where I initially baked and highlighted. This powder is good. For the eyes, we're keeping it glam but still wearable, and I have a very detailed tutorial of this eyeshadow. Go check it out. In fact, in this video you will learn how to blend no harsh line on your eyeshadow. So we are bringing life back to the face, okay? So I'm applying this contour on the brow bone, on the nose. Nothing too harsh. Just think of this as adding shadows, not drawing lines, okay? Blend is everything here. If it's not blended, it is not done. Now I'm also adding bronzer to the nose and to the beginning part of the brows to warm up the face and make everything look natural and cohesive. For the lips, my client was very specific of what she wanted. She showed me a picture of it and I said, let's get in. So I went into my lip stain palette and I took this flat brush but soft, and then I'm applying a liner. It's important to line your lip first. It's very important. When you line the lip, it gives the lip structure. It makes it well defined, you know, well sculpted. You can see how it's all coming out together. Just check now. You don't like what you see. Even you don't say you like what you see. Even me, I help you like what you see, okay? So when I was done lining the upper part of the lips, I went down to line the lower parts of the lip. And when it comes to lip lining, I'm usually very careful. For her that have a bold lip, I am not going to extend above the lip line. If a lip were to be small lip, I would have extend above the lip line. If you are interested in a lip tutorial, let me know. In a lipstick tutorial for different lip size and type, let me know. I'm ready and willing to shoot a video like that for you. So for now, let's try to make our lips look smaller and not overly bold. So when I was done with the lip liner, I went into my Milk setting spray and I applied the setting spray on the face. As you can see from beginning till now, I have not applied setting spray. When it comes to setting spray, you need to understand the skin type before you apply setting spray. So this is the first time I'm applying setting spray on this full glam makeup. I will allow it to dry down a bit using a mini fan before I proceed to apply a gloss or this lip shade I'm applying now. Like I said, the lip is a requested lip look. That's why I'm recreating, okay? So I went in with a light pink and as usual, blend. Blending is key. And then when I'm done, I took my beauty blender and, you know, just dab the entire skin. You know, after applying your setting spray, you're supposed to dab. And I was done with that. I took my Fenty Beauty Glow and, you know, applied glow in between the blush. Now see the change, see the effects it's made. Still on highlight application. When I am done applying the highlight on her cheekbone, I later applied on her nose, the bridge of her nose, on her forehead, and on her chin. Guys, I hope you enjoyed everything about this video. Now I'm setting everything with a setting spray, okay, to melt all the powder together. This step makes your makeup look like skin instead of layers, and this is the final look: flawless, smooth and fully blended. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what part of your makeup routine you struggle with the most. I would love to help. I will see you all in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, be happy, smile often, and bye guys. Mwah.